Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Charleston, West Virginia, live for the 2023 Men's NORCECA Continental Championship. It is Championship Sunday, the last day of competition. I'm Rob St. Clair. This is Everett DeLorme. Everett, I can't believe we're here. We've made it all the way to Sunday, and we've got a nice little appetizer here for the medal matches later on this afternoon and evening. This is a classification match. The winner between Puerto Rico and Suriname will finish the tournament in 6th, the loser in 7th. This is our first rematch of the week, a rematch of pool play where Puerto Rico won 3-0. But as you can see, Puerto Rico starting with a slightly different starting lineup. It'll be Axel Melendez at outside hitter across from Clifton Lawrence, and Sebastian Haik at the setter position in place of Kevin Rodriguez. We saw Rodriguez with his knee iced and elevated during the match yesterday, so that is the crew for Puerto Rico. The crew for Suriname is identical to what we've seen all week. It'll be Anthony Leong and David Pinos in the middles, Ethan Asimia and Kevin Sporkslade on the outsides, Zephania Breinberg at opposite, Lionel Mahabali at setter, and we'll probably see both liberos, Anthony Schmeltz and Jason Lesperance.
Yeah, I would expect. So that's the pairing we've seen all tournament long, Rob.
Right, Schmeltz in number 8 in red will be the receiving liberos. Lesperance, number 17 in red, will be the defensive libero.
It's been a while since we've seen Suriname, Rob.
Suriname has had 2 full days off. Their last match actually was against Puerto Rico on Thursday, which they lost 3-0. Pretty close game. Definitely the closest Suriname has come to taking a set so far in this tournament, but they still have yet to get on the board in that category. We know that has been one of their goals.
Absolutely. They won the Caribbean Cup to get here, Rob, to qualify for this event.
They're second in a row.
They're second in a row, you're right. They had to, according to their fans, they had to go through quite a few reverse sweeps on their way here. So it's an accomplishment just for them to be here. We definitely want to acknowledge that. But we have been impressed with their 3 matches so far, Rob. And I'm excited to see them fight to win a set here.
Yep. Puerto Rico, in the meantime, playing their 6th match in 6 days. That is so demanding. So it's not surprising to see Ozzie Antonetti go to the bench ever so slightly. The captain, Omar Hoyos for Puerto Rico, has switched jersey colors today. He's suiting up as the second libero. So it'll be Axel Melendez, number 12 in red, out of Purdue Fort Wayne. Big body at outside hitter for Puerto Rico. And Sebastian Haik out of Stevens Institute of Technology, NCAA Division III in New Jersey, as the starting setter. Suriname in yellow on the near side, ready to get this underway. What a block! Okay, Suriname starting off with a big-time wall. Zephania Breinberg blocking on the left is the opposite that time.
First team all name, Zephania Breinberg.
First team all name, 100%.
It's a fantastic, but what a fantastic block to open up this match. And you can tell this means a lot to this Surinamese team.
Pretty good touch against Clifton Lawrence. Mahabali is underneath it. Now sent back over to Puerto Rico. Oh, that is a mistake from Kevin Sporkslade, the captain. He knows better than to follow through and touch the net there.
Yeah, he got a little too excited on that one, Rob.
Suriname has been off for 2 days. Puerto Rico has been playing every single day since Tuesday.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Them and Cuba are the only ones where that's the case. Look at that high ball set in the middle to Pinos. Melendez in transition out of the back row is blocked and covered. Clifton Lawrence off the block and out of bounds. I'd like to see Suriname communicate a little bit better on if or if not they're going to block against that.
Yeah, just a little bit haphazard there.
If you're going to go block, especially against a guy like Lawrence, you better commit.
Yep.
So Haik, the lefty, number 8 in red, the new setter for Puerto Rico as of midway through the match yesterday.
Good dig by Ellis.
Very much so. This will be a free ball here. Ooh, a little bit mistimed there to the pipe to Asimia. Now a high ball swing for Ellis again for Puerto Rico. Nice dig. Mahabali, the setter, is underneath it. But Suriname can't get a swing out of that. Lawrence tipped down the line, and Mahabali diving, can't quite get there in time. Extended rally goes the way of Puerto Rico.
I actually like that shot from Lawrence.
Sure.
No need to go too hard, and like he's a guy who's played almost every single minute for Puerto Rico.
Pretty darn close.
Right, and he had another pretty good performance yesterday despite the loss. So
yeah,
I'm
Puerto
sure
Rico yesterday losing 4 sets to Mexico for 5th. Oh, big block there. Figueroa and Ellis, 2 of the youngest Puerto Rican players, are all over that one.
Nice little lead here created by Puerto Rico.
And kind of just like we saw last night, Everett, with Canada having been off for 2 days, starting that last night match against Cuba a little bit sleepy. I think we might be seeing a little bit of the same thing here from Suriname.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Here, Rob, it's hard to be off for that period of time and then come out and have to play elite level volleyball.
Nice individual play there from Lawrence. Makes the first contact and then scrambles to get a swing in transition. He puts it away.
That's a good swing from Lawrence, recognizing the block. Wasn't sealed. Classic waterfall.
Ah, yes, the waterfall. No timeout yet for Suriname. They trail by 4 here early. Not a good pass from Schmeltz. Sporkslade is kept alive nicely. Ellis blocked by Pinas, but out of bounds. He couldn't quite press over the net in time, and the Puerto Rican run continues. Now we see the timeout from Suriname.
Yeah, we see their coach just kind of standing there with his arms wide and being like, boys, where's that tenacity? And I'm sure in the dressing room before this match, they were talking about coming out hard and coming out swinging and that they wanted to prove themselves. And 7 points into this match, Rob, they haven't done any of that.
Not yet, anyway. We would really like to see Suriname take a set. I really think they deserve it. They have played good volleyball throughout this week. Sometimes they'll surrender up a couple of runs that ends up them trailing by a margin like 5 like we're seeing here. But they really have shown flashes of excellent volleyball throughout this week. It's good to see a new team to the NORCECA scene.
For sure.
It's good to see a team that, I mean, we talked to Kevin Sporkslade the other day. We heard just about really just what this team is up against. They're difficult for them to get anywhere financially. They only practice a couple times a week. It would be really rewarding for them to play great volleyball in their last match of the tournament. That ball is passed back to the Suriname side. Pretty good block there, and it's right on the baseline. Pinas and Sporkslade shut down Figueroa.
That's a good response there from Suriname out of that timeout. Immediately coming in, and even though they had to do it through a bit of an extended rally, they were able to get that block and get the point. And now their best and most experienced player now back to serve.
Kevin Sporkslade, number 7 in the yellow and green, 29 years of age, 1.97 meters. We've been really impressed with this game this week, Everett.
We have, and we actually spoke to him after the second Surinamese match this week, and I definitely suggest you go back and check that one out.
For sure.
Clipped out on our YouTube channel. Just as Rob said, it just gives you an indication of what different teams here at the NORCECA Championships have to deal with on the road to coming to this event.
Similarly for Puerto Rico, we heard from their captain Omar Hoyos about the kind of last-minute nature of assembling this team. Pinas in the middle finds a gap between the blockers.
That was a good swing there by Pinas, and once again, that tempo of set you don't necessarily see very often on the international scene, but it's worked so far pretty decently for Pinas this week. That's a nice
Quick ball. I like that set a lot from Sebastian Haik, and Axel Melendez gets the start here at outside hitter and pounds that one down the line.
Yeah, it was a beautiful pace, and lovely to see that for Puerto Rico. There's not much of a drop-off from first setter to second.
Axel Melendez, if any. Axel Melendez, number 12 in red, 19 years of age, 2.3 meters, going into his sophomore year at Purdue Fort Wayne. Good recovery there by Lia Leong off the block. Schmeltz runs it down, but a free ball for Puerto Rico.
Oh,
inside ball.
That.
Look at that. Jamal Ellis right behind the setter on the quick ball. I like that creativity.
Yeah, the double, the front one and the back run at the same time there is just beautiful.
The old double quick.
You know what? Good for Puerto Rico. It's going to be your last game of the tournament. It's been a long week for you guys. You haven't practiced before coming to this event. Come out here and go have a little bit of fun. As our mopping issues continue.
Yeah, I honestly have been impressed about the hosting quality of this event this week in Charleston, but the timeliness of cleaning the floor has definitely been an issue this week.
Yeah.
Got to get out there with some urgency, you know?
Yeah. You can't be looking like Concepcion out there walking to and fro.
Wow.
Okay, Breinberg, he smoked Ozzy with that shot, too. I think Ozzy Antonetti got that one in the face.
Look at that cross-court bomb from Breinberg. Yeah, Antonetti, look out below. You're going to stand that close to the sideline. You might take one in the face off the bounce. That definitely hit him in the face.
It definitely got him in the face.
For sure. He's got his glasses off over there now. Transition chance here. Ooh, not a good set to Breinberg. And a net violation in the bottom of the net. Was Breinberg maybe outside the antenna?
I thought so. I thought he was outside the antenna there.
That's not the first time we've seen that call, maybe preemptively called this week.
Yeah, no, that was a touch on the outside of the antenna.
For sure.
Breinberg didn't disagree, though, so maybe he saw something I didn't.
Tough break for Suriname there.
Wow, Simia.
Out of nowhere.
They really just need to run a Simia off the net like that. Just give him some space to swing away.
We saw Simia the last match against Puerto Rico on Thursday. I mean, he was honestly pretty quiet the first two, but then out of nowhere, he was uncorking balls from the service line.
Yeah, he's actually been one of the best servers in the tournament, statistically. Let me pull that up.
Came out of nowhere doing a bunch of jump serving like that. That one misses wide, but I like the aggressiveness. Suriname has very few like legitimate green light servers, especially jump spinners.
Yeah, Simia. Oh wait, maybe I should refresh this after last night's matches.
Here is Melendez.
Oh.
Ooh, right on the lens cap of Everett's camera. Go fix that, buddy.
Yikes.
Thanks, Axel. We appreciate that one. Gonna go right into your living room once you watch the baseline highlights of this match later. Lawrence tipped over the top and right on the sideline. A smart adjustment there from Cliston Lawrence. And we've talked about Lawrence a lot this week. Switching positions from opposite to outside hitter. He's only 20 years of age, one of the really the great young prospects in all of volleyball. He's already spent a season on the bench in Milano in the best league in the world in Italy. And now with the position switch, Everett and I both agree that his ceiling is higher playing on the left side. Here is Sporkslade on the give and go, and he finds a little space between the Puerto Rican blockers. So Suriname trails by 5. Let's see what they can do now with some better blocking rotations as Mahabali goes back to serve to string some points together on their serve. That's been an issue for actually both these teams this week. Ooh, look at that throwdown. I love that play by the front court setter, Sebastian Hike. Two-hand slam.
That was nice.
That I'm excited to see that baseline footage later of that ball coming directly into the camera lens.
Yeah, I'm not.
8 serving 13 now. Suriname gets out of rotation 1 the easy way. Wow.
Oh, okay, Ellis.
Look at that rip
Okay,
by
Ellis.
Ellis. Jamal Ellis, number 16 in red, playing at Fairleigh Dickinson University in the NEC. A good-looking young opposite prospect for Puerto Rico this week, playing with a ton of confidence.
I liked because he didn't want to try to overswing that. It was just a little flick of the wrist. He knew what was needed and got it done.
It was wide open.
Oh, nice pass by Schmeltz.
Perfect pass. Breinberg on the right side, slowed down and dug. Hittable ball for Melendez in transition. Nice dig by Sporkslade. Asimia looking for the fingertips of Ellis on the edge, and he did not get the touch. Good rally from both teams and not a bad swing, but the point does go to Puerto Rico.
No, not a bad look by Asimia at all, and had the right idea there, just couldn't get it to touch.
So here is Cliston Lawrence. Everett, I was talking about his position switch while you were fixing the camera. He's been one of Puerto Rico's best servers this week. There's a good-looking swing from Asimia down the line.
Not only has Lawrence been one of Puerto Rico's best servers, but he's the second best server in the tournament with 7 aces.
Wow, Miguel Lopez sitting up there with 12. That's nasty.
He's also served the most with 46. So it just means he's not only, he goes on long runs and he gets aces because he's so deadly. Oh,
nice
swing by Melendez.
Melendez has looked good starting in this match.
He really has.
He's going to get a lot of one-on-one or one-on-1.5 block looks to swing at, and he can use the vision and pick a shot and go for it. Here is Figueroa. We keep talking about how he's only 17 years of age. That's because of how ridiculous it is to be playing at this level at that age. Nice rip there by Breinberg through the block and down.
Yeah, Figueroa is another one of those guys who's got to be tired. Him, Lawrence, Ellis.
And Elias and Albaladejo de Libero have played basically every match.
Yeah, they're right. They've basically played every minute for this Puerto Rican team. That's a lot of volleyball, Rob.
A lot of volleyball.
Especially at the international level. That's an incredible amount of volleyball.
You know, these are young kids. If there's anybody who can handle it, it would be all of them who are pretty much universally under 22 years of age. But still, even at the university level where many of them do play in the NCAA, you're never playing 6 matches in 6 days.
Ooh,
Ace serve there. Ellis right on the baseline.
I'm not entirely sure why the Cuban, or not Cuban, I mean he is Cuban, but the Surinamese coach is saying that was out.
That was in pretty comfortably.
Then he just like puts his hand up and says it in. Like, what are we doing here?
I love these coaches this week. They've all been so fun to watch.
That one nicely handled by Simeon. He's going to get it right back.
Off the block. Yep.
Nicely done.
Textbook give and go there for number 4 in yellow. Ethan Asimia, 21 years of age, 1.89 m. And we talked about his serving. Suriname kind of needs him here, at least to get feel like they have a chance in this match if they go on a little run. Nice rip right on cue. Difficult ball for Hike. Melendez chopped over 3 blockers, gets it back.
Oh,
look at
Hike
that.
on 2.
Hike the lefty takes a swing. I like how aggressive this kid is.
Yeah, that was, it was just one of those bang-bang plays, but it shows how comfortable he is on the court and how good of a volleyball player he is. Just to recognize that in that moment. Like, that's not a set play.
Definitely not.
That's not him preparing before. He was just in the right moment. Ball went up, and he's like, yo, I'm going to take a chew, and he went for it. Love it. Love it.
Love when setters do that.
Just looking at the stats here, Lawrence leads the tournament right now in scoring with 70 points. Ellis is 3rd with 57. Then
wow.
Yeah.
That does show how much volleyball Puerto Rico has played, but also how well and how consistently Lawrence and Ellis have scored. I mean, yesterday against Mexico in a 4-set loss, Lawrence had easily 20. Yeah, 25.
Yeah, 25.
Is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
19 against Suriname last time.
Yeah.
Always interesting to look at the tournament long stats, and we will have later today the awards ceremony, and NORCECA always does some interesting stuff with they award positions, and they award scorers, and they award different things than the average FIVB tournament where you just like award a dream team of 7 players.
It's like Oprah out here. Everyone gets an award.
Here's Melendez out of the timeout. Puerto Rico looking like they're going to take this first set. Pretty good block there in the middle.
Oh, Elias not too happy with that. I'm not sure why.
Nice scoop. Ooh. Can Puerto Rico get a hittable ball here? Lawrence, yes. Off the block of Mahabali. Touched pretty well. Asimia thrown out of the back row. Great chance in transition now. Lawrence is dug again. Ooh, that is 4 contacts against Suriname. Good scramble by both teams.
Lawrence is really good so far this set. 5 for 7.
Wow.
Rob, 5 for 7. No errors.
That will usually get the job done.
He's really done better throughout the week. He really has.
And a substitution here, number 13, Jonathan Weingard is in an outside hitter for Kevin Sporksley just to finish out this set. Give Sporksley's legs a break. And also clean up the floor. And you can see already after this substitution, look at Sporksley giving some coaching to Weingard, the new outside hitter.
Yeah, he's the most experienced player on this team.
By far.
The only one who's really played professionally. And he is clearly one of the anchors on this team, even though it seems like, as some of the fans told us in the chat on day 1, that he might be past his prime.
Melendez lights up Schmeltz. This will be Breinberg all day on the right side, covered off the block. First swing from Weingart is a good one. I think that did touch the, no, did not touch the block of Puerto Rico. That is the call.
Christian Hike seemed to come down and like completely shrug off the notion that there's any touch whatsoever. So either he's a really good actor or he's telling the truth.
Or that ball was in fact all the way into the tape. I mean, almost every time we see that play, it almost always does touch the block somewhere. Not a great pass by Schmeltz into the seam. And an unhittable ball from Breinberg.
Good.
Albaladejo runs it down. Now Lawrence is dug. Ooh, really tight play here. Nice recycle, but unfortunately Weingart can't stop himself from going underneath the net. Centerline violation.
Yeah, that was a tough one there for Weingart. That ball was way inside as him and Breinberg share apologies there back to back. It looks like we're going to have another substitution here for Suriname.
That is the backup setter, Casey Fo-Aman, number 12 in yellow. Straight up setter sub from Ahabali. Seen Fo-Aman really sparingly this week. We've seen a 6-2 from Suriname a couple times, and that's been it. Pretty good pass. Shot by Weingart, who's dug by Melendez. Not the greatest connection out of the back row, but good enough to score for Puerto Rico.
It's a really good vision there by Melendez to go up and notice that the block of Weingart was nowhere near his middle blocker, and just like, yeah, we're going to go off the inside of your hand. Thank you very much for the free point.
After a little stutter step, after he was a little early to that ball. 23-11, Puerto Rico certainly going to win this first set.
Oh, what a serve.
Nice pass by Asimia.
Yeah.
An easy setter dump, though, is picked up. So is the on-two swing from Hike.
Nice.
Good coverage. Oh, but it can't come up on the second contact.
Elias does well to throw that one down. Love that.
I've seen Elias get really animated for Puerto Rico this week, especially after he blocks balls. The middle blocker out of Lewis University near Chicago. Now 24-11, set point Puerto Rico for Axel Melendez.
Elias actually 10th in scoring this tournament, the highest rated middle. Yep.
Nice run down there by Albaladejo. Ellis is going to have a swing for the win. Through a seam, and he puts it away. Puerto Rico really efficient inside out and in transition. They take the first set 25-11. They are one step closer to finishing their tournament with a win.
One step closer to the edge. Scooch over.
Ah, look at this. What's up, everyone? Welcome behind the broadcast booth. One final time. It's Championship Sunday.
Uno más.
This is match number 15 of the week.
See.
15, 16, and 17 coming up today.
See.
All these teams, we got 6 teams playing today. 3 of them will walk away from the tournament with a win as the last taste in their mouth. Puerto Rico and Suriname both looking to do so here.
Mm-hmm.
And Everett, we've talked a good bit about both these teams, what this tournament means to them, their federational situations playing both these events. It's been a grind for both of them,
It has been.
to say the least. But I'm sure both of them can take a lot of positives away from this week, regardless of the result today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've discussed about how each of these teams have their own issues. For Suriname, their road to get here was pretty incredible in itself. Barring all financial and any of those other types of issues, having to win the Caribbean Cup to qualify for this event. So that was, that road was just fantastic for them. And of course, Puerto Rico, this team just coming together. So being able to work through all of that for them has been interesting. But I think you've seen a lot of growth from both players from this team. Like, I'm thinking about Asimia in that first match against the United States, how irrelevant he was in so many ways. Now he's grown throughout the week, or a guy like Ellis or Lawrence on Puerto Rico, of how they continue to improve as we've seen them. Right? Like, this is a lot of ball, don't get me wrong, and I really hope they take some time to rest and recover after this, because it's been a bit of a run for them. But ultimately, I think we've seen a lot of improvements on both sides.
Both sides, yeah, definitely. Neither of these teams will play in the Olympic qualifier tournaments in a couple weeks, so this is effectively the end of definitely Suriname's summer. I think that Puerto Rico will field a team for the Pan Am Final 6 in Edmonton in a couple weeks. but it will be not quite the same group as the one we're seeing here. I guess we'll have to see.
We'll have to see him. Yeah, I don't know. I know, but like that tournament's so random.
It is a random.
I don't know
tournament.
what it's for. I really don't. And it seems like everyone's just scrapping together a team.
It's just too many tournaments.
Too many tournaments.
And this one, obviously, the most important.
This is a needed tournament.
Yeah, this is a necessary tournament. Like, they're going to play this tournament every 2 years. It will bring big-name players. It will have serious stakes. This particular one is a qualifier for the 2025 World Championship for the top 3 teams. But Pan Am Cup, Pan Am Games, Pan Am Final 6, do we really need to play all 3? Do we really need to play, like, there's just so many events that every federation has to have like 3 different teams that they're going to send to these
I can understand Pan Am Games, and the Pan Am Cup I think is a good event. As I said yesterday, I would love to see our Continental Championship just go to the Western. Like, there's so few countries in the Western Hemisphere in general. Let's just mash us all together and make us compete. 12-team tournament, right? 2 pools of 6, and then the top 4 teams from each pool make the quarterfinals.
Like, what is the point of the Pan Am Final 6? It's a 6-team round robin with literally no implications.
I have that Final 6 is a mystery to me, bro.
Yeah, that one
it really is.
Really don't understand that one. So back to action here at the NORCECA Championship, a very real tournament. And that ball, luckily for Breinberg and Suriname, is off the tape and down. Another thing that we've got to talk about, both these teams, pretty good looking uniforms.
Yeah, this is a good jersey battle for sure. Although in general, I do like, is there any jerseys? Mexico's are iffy.
Yeah,
Mexico's
I'm
are questionable
not thrilled with Mexico.
I do like Dominicans.
And I got to be honest, I don't like the United States' look this year very much at all.
No?
I'm not thrilled with our uniforms in any way. Nice high swing there from Lawrence off the fingertips. Ring chance, Spork Slade.
There we go.
A seam in the block cross court. Suriname with a good start.
I think Canada's jerseys are pretty nice, but we've had them for a while now.
Yeah, the Canada's Mizuno look is a good one. Got like the Toronto Blue Jays inspired typeface on the numbers and the names. It's a pretty cool look. And the sublimated maple leaf on the front is awesome.
I missed the maple leaf on the hip like we had.
Oh yeah, the old ones are sweet. That is a really nice put away there by Figueroa in the middle, the young kid.
That was a beautiful swing. I really like that.
Yep. Nice confident wrist away tap down.
Let's see if Lawrence can create some separation here, tie things up. He has been, as we said, one of the best servers.
Really good pass by Asimia. Suriname's first contact this week has been pretty good. But Puerto Rico now with a chance in transition. They've been excellent on defense.
That was actually a good set there by Lawrence.
Very much so.
Ooh. Oh, that's up. That's up.
That ball is up.
Can he do it? No.
Captain Omar Hoyos is in at libero in this set for Puerto Rico, which is something that we haven't seen all week long. Almost got underneath that. And you know what I call that play, Everett? That's the high school setter dump. The 2 hands sideways set over, that's the high school setter dump.
Still works sometimes.
I hate that play, gotta be honest. I wish it would never work again. Ooh, nice dig again. Spork Slade. Figueroa
what a
is
block.
blocked. Asimia flexes. 4-1 Suriname.
I love that little yell afterwards, too.
So people are wondering why Suriname, who is a continental South American country on the northern coast of that continent, why are they playing the North American Continental Championship? That's because NORCECA, good swing there by Melendez.
What a set, though. I really like the
nice
pace that he's able to push the entire length. Like, that's like an 8.5-meter push all the way out to the outside with good pace and good location, too. Ugh, yuck. That was gross.
Nice.
In the best way possible.
So NORCECA stands for North America, Central America, and Caribbean, and representing having teams from all 3 of those mini zones. And Suriname winning the Caribbean Championship, or the Caribbean Cup, like we were saying, that got them into this event. That ball is missed short into the cross court by Asimia. The top tape gets in the way. So yeah, it's not at all out of the question that we'll see Suriname in the next NORCECA Championship, which actually won't be until 2026, Everett, because next summer after after the Olympic Games, no Continental Championship, and then the calendar kind of flips. Then the World Championship will be on the odd years. The Continental Championship will be on the even years, starting next quad. Nice run in transition. That's Lee Manuel Lamboy, number 5. a new addition this set in the middle.
That's sad. We have to wait 3 years to do this again.
Yeah, that is a little bit of a bummer. Unless they're going to play it next year after the Olympics, which I sure hope they don't do that. Perfect pass there. Pinas in the middle on the meter ball, like we've been saying, a much slower middle tempo, but it works for him off the block and out of bounds.
Yeah, Lamboy was just a tool in his toolbox there that time for Pinas. Saw the arm and was like, yep, thank you very much.
Nice pass by the newly minted libero, Hoyos. Out of system practice here. Suriname can't really get a hittable ball. That is an unfortunate error. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. You don't want that bump set to go to your setter, first of all. And then you don't want your setter to put it in the middle of the net like that. That's got to be cleaned up.
That's something I don't even allow like my 13U teams I coach to do.
Yeah.
If you're going to be on the ground, you just set it over.
Set it over. The standing down ball, yeah.
It's the easiest ball to do anything
There's
with.
just no point.
No.
It's high, it's loopy, it's easy, it's predictable. And a substitution, again, Casey Foaman comes in to set for Suriname.
Especially as a setter, you have so much more control with your hands.
Sure.
Right? Just pinpoint, especially, I guess Heike just came to the front row, but still. Oh.
Not a very good service effort there from Ellis, way underneath that ball. And I want to see Puerto Rico continue to put their foot on the gas here. They put a couple new guys in the second set. Don't let their level drop. They were pretty good in that first set, just across the board in all areas. Melendez rolled. Lesperance, the defensive libero for Suriname, is all over it, and Breinberg out of the back row. Nice transition play for Suriname.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Seven, 6. Breinberg to serve. Ooh, a center line violation against Heike, the Puerto Rican setter. I don't know if I saw that one.
Me neither. But Heike's not seeming to disagree. So.
Not the best float serve pass there from Clifton Lawrence. And neither is that. Float service ace.
Just like that, a few mental farts there for Puerto Rico really opened this game up for Suriname.
Yeah, got to be a little bit better mentally here in the second set to Puerto Rico. That's a better pass from Lawrence. Melendez now gets Puerto Rico out of that rotation with a good cross-court swing.
I really like what we've seen from Melendez here.
Me too. Melendez, big body, only 19. A lot of potential here for the Puerto Rican outside hitter. Ten serving 7. Ethan Simio has been, in general, Suriname's best server.
He's been able to rip on a few. He has 4 aces.
Sure. I think all of them were against Puerto Rico the other day, too, but that one way wide.
That one was behind the lines.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
If this was a club tournament, that would have been into the next court.
Probably.
Ooh, good serve there. Nice little run.
Yes, absolutely. Our first look at Anthony Lee Leong, number 3 in yellow in the middle. Only 18 years of age at 2 meters and 1. Awesome potential there for the Surinamese middle position. They've also got Quincy Kreudenhoff sitting on the bench at 2 meters and 2 and age 22. So they actually do have some size on the roster to Suriname.
A little bit of size and quite a bit of youth.
Oh yeah, which is great. That's exactly what tournaments like this are for. Even the guys who haven't played all that much for Suriname this tournament, because they in general have stayed with their starting 7, even just traveling, warming up, practicing, like studying video, like all of those things for a team like Suriname that doesn't get to travel to an event like this often, those things are super valuable.
Yeah, massive for these Surinamese players to be able to take this experience and bring it back home to their fellow countrymen.
9-11 is the correct score. Ooh, thought we might have a dribbler there.
I'm glad we figured out the difference between a dribbler and a tripler here, Rob. I think that is imperative.
The Surinamese bench starting to get some chance involved. I like that. Give and go on the right side to
Good
Lawrence.
touch.
Really good block touch. Breinberg lights up Melendez.
Suriname
Wow.
really starting to gain some momentum here and really starting to have some belief on their side as well. Love it. Love what I see from them right now. It's just a good energy on the Suriname side.
That is such a good block touch one-on-one by Kevin Sporkslade to start that transition chance.
Good pass there by Lawrence.
Pushed a little low to Ellis, and he's rejected by Pinos. No coverage. Everett Suriname leads by 5.
This has been a really good push here from Suriname, and it all started with a few careless Puerto Rican errors a few points ago, and it's really put some wind in the sails here for Suriname.
Like we were saying, Puerto Rico needs to not fall asleep at the wheel here. They are the more talented and experienced team on paper. And you saw them really pull away on that first set. But sometimes, Everett, when you win a set by double digits, you kind of think that the match is over, and it's not. Score resets to 0-0 at the beginning of every set. I mean, that sounds obvious, but Suriname not giving nearly as many points away for free this time.
No, they're definitely battling a lot harder in this one. And you can tell, just like Canada last night, first set they were kind of getting some momentum and getting back used to it, and now they're looking to go for it.
Foeman, the new Surinamese setter, back to serve. Pretty good blocking rotations for Suriname. We saw Sporkslade with a great touch earlier. See if Hike goes right back to Lawrence on the right side. He certainly does, and that is in right on the baseline.
How? Wow. Whoa.
That's an amazing shot.
There was 2 Surinamese bodies right there playing defense down that line. And Lawrence was able to put that perfectly in the corner.
Right over.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, right over Lesperanz's shoulder, the libero who kind of slid over to the line. And right on the baseline. That was pretty cool.
This is why we have high expectations from this kid, because he is pure talent as Pinos there. He's you know what? I'm pretty sure he scores a lot because even he doesn't know what he's going to do when he gets up there.
If he doesn't know what he's going to do, neither can the blockers.
Exactly. But Lawrence is a rare talent. And
Very.
I think it says a lot that the only person who's better than him in some categories is Miguel Lopez, because there's a lot of comparisons there.
Different body types,
different body
definitely,
types,
but
yeah,
the
but
position switch from the right to the left for both.
Just the ability to, like, the athleticism and how good they are with their arms and the natural touch they have on the ball.
Now this, Everett, by far, I think, is Suriname's best chance of the week to take a set. They lead 15-10. They must capitalize on this chance. Figueroa, that ball not called a lift. I'm a little surprised by that. Asimia on the right side off the block and out of bounds. And got to be careful there if you're Asimia, because after he landed, he definitely touched the bottom of the net, but the ruling said the ball was out of play first.
Oh, the ball was way out of play in a hurry. Lamboy caught it pretty deftly over there, actually. Nice little grab. Oh, that's outie.
Yes, it is. Wide there from Sporkslade. I like the idea to serve that little stack. But you know how I feel about float service errors.
Didn't you just miss float serves in our game of short court?
I didn't miss one. I missed 0 serves. Go back and check the tape. Everett and I played a little game of short court before our pregame show just now. Won't tell you who won, but it'll be very similar to the team that wins gold medal tonight.
Easy. Oh, good touch there.
Nice
a little bit
stab by Lawrence. Hike betters the ball, but not a good shot by Melendez. Got to keep that higher.
Melendez there calming down and wondering why that was called, but that was clearly into the tape. Like, that was clearly not touched.
Definitely not. You got to hit that ball higher. 17-11 Suriname.
Okay. Oh, good block, but not enough.
Suriname is saying, oh my goodness. Suriname is saying that deflected off a Puerto Rican player on its way out of bounds. I did not see it.
Ozzy's saying yes.
Really? Which guy was it?
I did not see that at all.
Definitely not Lawrence. Maybe Melendez, big number 12, who was standing in like the left front position. He's the only player who I could think of that could have touched that. Oh. It's 18-11 Suriname.
That's nuts.
What a turnaround.
They've really turned it on here. They've got a few lucky bounces and maybe a lucky
goal. I thought, we both thought.
Oh, I was ready to erupt there, Rob.
Oh, man. That float serve missed by less than a tile.
Oh, yeah, that was real close.
We've got the benefit of replay of sorts because we see the feed on YouTube. That's such a good swing. That ball's definitely in.
Oh, yeah, let's go. What a grab by me.
Nice
NFL Sunday, baby.
Nice game ball touch there, Everett.
Pick me up, Pats.
19-12 for Suriname. Can they get on the board in the set column for the week?
Oh, bad pass there by Lawrence. Outside to Ellis.
And he's stuffed
blocked.
straight down. Asimia.
Okay.
Yeah, that was definitely on Puerto Rico's side. It's an 8-point lead. And yeah, at this point, you kind of might as well change some things if you're Ozzy Antonetti. This set's basically over. Lorenzo Rivera, number 4, the 17-year-old opposite, comes in.
Suriname, stand up.
How about it? I know they've got some fans in the chat. Their country's been really supportive of the broadcast this week.
Good set there by Hike.
Nice.
Oh, what a dig.
Sporkslade. Hike is up to the task on the joust. I like that physical play from the setter.
Simia was clearly trying to recycle that one, and Lesperance was sitting right behind him, and Lesperance just missed it. Simia kind of looked at him and was like, what's going on, bro?
Yeah.
We got to pick that up.
We will clean up the floor, or at least do our best. 13 serving 20 for Axel Melendez.
Oh, with the reversed Breinberg.
Pretty good set against the flow. Great looking transition. Lawrence.
Oh, what a dig.
That ball is somehow called up. I thought it hit the floor. Lawrence will have another swing to end it this time. He's dug by Asimia. Third swing for Lawrence, not to be denied. I love that from Clifton Lawrence.
Just keep swinging, kid.
Love it. That first ball was definitely down, by the way.
So?
Yeah, I think that hit like the floor and Sporkslade's ankle basically at the same time and kind of popped straight up. But credit to Lawrence for hanging in there.
I didn't hear the sound, though. There's been a very distinct sound when the ball hits the sport court, Rob, and I didn't hear that one specifically.
Fair enough. We do have the microphones pretty close to center court over there behind the up official.
I thought that pass was better than it was.
Wow.
What a rip there by Breinberg.
How did he find that shot?
I don't know, but this lead has just instilled so much confidence.
Credit to Suriname. They've played much cleaner. Very, very few unforced errors in this set.
Beautiful swing there by Breinberg.
And Puerto Rico definitely fallen asleep in the small detail category a little bit. See if Asimia can keep one inside the sidelines. Man, he's really liked going for that position 1 sideline, but a third error to that exact spot.
Yeah, he needs to start putting some pressure in. As one of Suriname's best servers, he needs to start putting some balls in and really start putting on the pressure.
So Lorenzo Rivera is still in, the 17-year-old at opposite for Puerto Rico. Let's see if he gets any balls. Lamboy, the middle blocker, serving through the hands, and Puerto Rico gets a free ball out of it. Give and go to Lawrence. Good luck stopping that.
And that's going to be a timeout from Suriname as Puerto Rico is slowly creeping back into this one. Lawrence leads this match with 8 points right now. Oh, sorry, 9.
9 for 17 attacking with 1 error.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
I don't remember the error off the top of my
No,
head.
me neither. Maybe, did he get blocked once?
Not sure.
Oh. Okay, Breinberg leads the way for Suriname at the moment.
Oh, you know what it was? It was that pipe ball that went off the block and was going out of bounds, but deflected off a Puerto Rican guy. That was Lawrence's only error.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
A little
You're
weird
right.
bang play. Look how beautiful this camera shot looks. Just like the color, the clarity. Like this broadcast is so good. I'm obsessed with it. (16-21). This set is not over yet. The lead was 8 a minute ago. Now it's 5. Suriname still needs to earn these last couple points.
Yeah, we need to see a good response.
That is a good one right there. I love that run to the middle.
That's a good run, but terrible defense by Lamboy.
Very bad defense.
I don't care if you're middle on that. I need to see a better effort.
Very bad defense.
If there was any more bodies alive here on the Puerto Rican bench, Ozzie Antonetti would have pulled that guy. Well, I mean, I would have.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
Oh, what a shame.
A net violation.
Oh, that is such a shame. That would have been a massive stuff block.
Oh, that one breaks my heart just a little bit.
That would have been so sweet from Kevin Sporkslade. So it is a point for Puerto Rico. It is 17-22. Is that
swing.
Pinas the middle on the left side?
It is Pinas.
What is that?
What is going on?
I mean, we have seen Asimia run some like combination balls into the middle.
I think they just stayed, Rob. I really do.
That is so goofy.
Yeah, give
Lawrence,
that ball to Lawrence.
definitely give it to him. And another net touch by the Surinamese block. Man, I don't know about that. Interesting. So Lawrence has got a chance here. Five-point deficit. Suriname needs 1 side out or 2 side outs to win this set. They're in rotation 1 receive, and that's an ace serve from Clifton Lawrence.
This is a dangerous spot right now for Suriname to be in, and of course, it's not hard to win sets at this level, Rob, and they're learning that right now.
It's very hard.
I mean, sorry, it is very hard. I apologize.
Hard.
I misspoke.
Right. I knew what you meant. Suriname's bench coming alive. They knew they needed. They know they need to win this set. One-handed set to the outside, slowed down. Hoyos, the captain, steps in to set from the libero spot. Rivera, the brand new opposite, with a nice swing for Puerto Rico. The comeback might be happening here. It's a 3-point game. Timeout Suriname.
I really hope Suriname can manage this timeout properly.
Agreed.
Right, and this is one of the few areas that coaches can have a positive or negative impact on a team in a match, right? Most part, the coaching is done at practice. It's done beforehand. It's done in the preparation.
But not really in Suriname's case because they have so little time together.
Well, they have more time than teams like Puerto Rico, and this is probably a team that has been together for a long time, right? Like, this isn't a, you know what I mean? Like, the longevity of this team is probably pretty high. But in terms of, like, in-game coaching, there's not much that can actually be done. So timeouts are one of those, and especially ones like this. What you say or don't say or how you say it can go a long way, both positive and negative.
Just need to execute a pass off of Clifton Lawrence serve. Oh, and he gives them a break. He chops it into the top tape. Wow. Set point Suriname. I'm pretty sure this is their first set point chance of the tournament. There was one set to Cuba that they lost 25-23. They didn't have any set point chances there. Sporkslade, the captain, to get Suriname on the board in the set column, and I think he just accidentally hit that with his left hand. What was that?
I did not see that, Rob.
Oh my goodness. What just happened? He accidentally hit that with his left hand on the way up. I've never seen that before. Everett has his mouth wide open, his jaw's on the floor, and I don't blame him. It is still set point Suriname. Asimia for the win! Pounds it down the line. Suriname is on the board in the set column this week.
Suriname, stand up.
Despite one of the weirdest service errors in volleyball history. You saw it, didn't you?
I did on the replay.
What was that?
The replay showed it perfectly. I feel bad for laughing because I really like Suriname, and I'm really happy for them for winning their first set, and I really like speaking to Sports Slade in general. But wow, that was
so weird.
That was something else, Rob. That was really something else.
Wow,
but
sure enough.
Let's real talk. Congratulations to Suriname. You won your first set. Goal accomplished. Really, they came here hoping to win a set.
We're not assuming that. Their coach said it.
Absolutely.
Their head coach Carlos Felov, the Cuban guy, I believe. Yeah, Carlos Ortefelov. He is of Cuban descent. He said in the pre-game press conference, like pre-tournament,
100%.
Our goal is to win a set, maybe two.
Yeah.
And now they've got a chance here because it's tied 1-1, best of 3 the rest of the way. It's not impossible for them to win this match, especially if Puerto Rico doesn't wake up.
No, if Puerto Rico, they were very asleep. Yeah. And you saw that slippery slope of a couple bad errors early in the set that just kind of snowballed into something more. And the next thing you know, Suriname has an 8-point lead, and it's hard to come back from it. Right. We did see a little bit more energy and a little bit of aliveness from Puerto Rico as they came back there, but they're really getting like emptying the bench here now that we're seeing a Rivera. Ellis is on the bench, and this is a tired Puerto Rican team, and you're starting to see that here. So let's look to Suriname to try to make it up here and see if they can maybe catch them off guard again.
It's possible. Ozzy Antonetti on the Puerto Rican sideline right now on a knee, as he so often is when he talks to his team. He's got to figure out how to get this team back engaged. I know it's been a long week. I know this is their 6th match in 6 days. But the attention to the little details in that second set were just not acceptable. That was not good enough attention to detail for them.
I think they're in a tough spot, Rob. I think this is a young team playing 6 days in a row. That's a lot to ask for them. And at a certain point, it's hard to stay with it, especially for a team, once again, that hasn't been training together. Like, they haven't been preparing for this as a collective in a unit. There hasn't been a goal towards it. At a certain point, you gotta start thinking about tomorrow. You're going to start thinking about tomorrow and just kind of maybe wishing that this was over.
So, which one of these two teams is going to play with more urgency? Because, I mean, the winner of this match finishes 6th. The loser of this match finishes 7th. In the grand scheme of things, that difference is not huge. But one of these teams is going to end their tournament on a win. Suriname, I still think, has a lot to prove. One of these, I'm curious which one of these teams is going to want it more.
Elias now back in for
Elias and
Rico?
Ellis.
And Ellis, you're right. Yeah, and Elias is one of those guys who has been one of their emotional leaders, let's say, all week long. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of effect he can bring back to this roster.
Yeah, Antonetti gambled a little bit by putting some guys in off the bench in the second set. That gamble did not pay off, and now here he goes back to the starters. As well for Suriname, Casey Foaman starts at setter and serving. Ellis out of the back row, blocked and covered. Lawrence, nice take by Lesperance. Sporkslade ripped down the line. Look at that play by Suriname.
That's a confident Suriname for sure there. That was a wonderful play all around. Love to see that from Suriname. That dig from Lesperance in the back row was
very good.
Very good.
See why Suriname's running with 2 liberos. Perfect pass. Lawrence, that ball is right on the sideline. Good call and a really good swing.
That was beautiful by Lawrence. I don't know how he's still got anything left in him.
Yeah, he's taken a lot of swings this week. Yep, definitely in. We saw it just now. It's funny because we're watching the game in real life, and then we see it on YouTube about 10 seconds delayed. So we wish that we could provide you guys with instant replay. Next time, hopefully. But we kind of have some form of replay that we can look at. Sporksley to serve here for Suriname after the Puerto Rican service error. Goes at Lawrence. Pretty good touch there against Figueroa, but can't be run down, plus a Surinamese net violation. And we will do our best to clean up the floor before Lawrence goes back to serve.
There we go. A nice little jog off, too. We're getting better at it. 6 days in, Rob. We're getting better at it.
Just out of bounds there from Lawrence on the service line. Team attack efficiencies right now, Everett, Suriname 255, Puerto Rico 373. That's pretty close. Pretty good scoop there by Foaman. Figueroa missed it out of bounds. No, a touch is called. A touch is called. I did not see that.
Looks like Leah Long was not denying it, though.
Yeah.
Right? Generally, if you don't touch it, then you're going to react.
Right. Figueroa was calling for it immediately as well.
You know, it's a good thing for Puerto Rico, because I feel like if Suriname gets out to any type of lead, it's going to be hard for them to come back, as Simia, who's really grown throughout this tournament, puts that one down.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful first ball side out right there.
Yep. It is, Rob. You're not wrong. Simia has been having a pretty good game here.
Simia's been pretty good. Breinberg here's got 8 points.
Simia's 7 for 13 with 3 errors.
Pretty good. Another service error, that one from Breinberg. I really need Suriname to float serve the ball in the court. Please, guys, do that for me. I'm going to tear my hair out over here. Easy serve there from Ellis and dumped down.
Oh, it's still alive.
Actually, that's somehow still alive. Amazing grab.
Don't do it. Okay.
He remembered. He remembered the rules. He fed it outside to Asimia, who takes the lead for Suriname.
Got scared there for a second.
Yeah, because the libero took it with his hands inside the attack line. If Foaman had dumped that second one, it would have been a violation.
Oh, we did see, what game was it where they missed one completely?
I can't remember. I think it might have been Dominican Republic the other day. Oh. That ball is not even close. Is that, what, 4 service errors in a row for Suriname? That is not good.
They're really keeping Puerto Rico in this one early on here. And that's not the response you want after winning your first set.
9 service errors in the match for Suriname so far. Breinberg explodes out of the back row. Huge seam between the Puerto Rican blockers. Like
100%.
That you got to close that.
Yeah, you absolutely got to close that. Especially against a hitter like Breinberg, who's got a lot of power, but isn't that dynamic. He doesn't have that many shots. Oh, good run there by Hike.
Super spike is right. Shout-outs to Rob Aspero. Yeah, that ball was pounded to the floor by Elias. See if he can bring the energy that Puerto Rico's been lacking a little bit.
I mean, he does play for one of the best men's colleges in the United States, like a annual top 10 team in Lewis.
Big shout out to Dan Friend. Saw him last week at AVP Chicago. That ball hit out of bounds by Pinas. Once again, a middle blocker attacking a high ball on the left side. You don't see that very often.
It just looks to me like Sporksley is trying to do as little as possible. In which makes sense. I think he's played a lot for this team.
He's pretty beat. I can tell by the way he's moving around.
Yeah, he is not at 100%, let's say.
No. But he's got to be an option here on the right side. Look, Pinas in serve reception. Look at that. And he gets a swing again. That is a middle blocker.
Dude's an athlete.
Wow. That is a middle blocker lining up in reception and hitting a regular old outside ball. That is so fascinating. That is such a good high swing by Clifton Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Enough said.
Enough said.
I mean, he is the only player on this court right now who can hit that shot. Like, he's the only player hitting it that high. He's the only player hitting it that hard and at that angle. It's just like, it's different. He's different.
He's a world-class talent, potentially. He will be playing in Italy's A2. Ooh. That's a tough one. At a tough juncture there for Suriname. Lawrence will be going to Italy's A2 league. San Clote?
Interesting.
Okay.
So, yeah, I didn't recognize the club that he's signed for next year. Maybe it's because he's switching positions and they're going to just give him a long leash. Also, the Italian A2 league is actually improving a lot. That is off the block and out of bounds. Yes, point Suriname. Sporkslade stretching out his hips. Kevin, please do not do whatever you did at the end of that first set. Whatever that was, let's not see that one again.
I don't know even what that was. There we go. He puts it in play. That's all we need. Ooh.
Decent block touch. Breinberg is just barely too late to keep that block on Lawrence inside the sideline. So Clifton Lawrence back to serve. A pretty good opportunity to extend right here for Puerto Rico. Nice serve. Even better pass, though, by Schmeltz. Pinas is blocked and covered, and a free ball sent over. Off the block and long. Axel Melendez with the kill. Puerto Rico's lead is 3. And I was sensing that, Everett. Timeout Suriname.
So looking at it here, Lawrence is marked down as an opposite for Santa Croce in the Italian A2 league.
Let me see. Is that Simone Parodi on their roster? Old legendary Italian outside hitter?
No, it's just. Oh, you're not. Yeah. Okay. Simone Parodi. Playing in A2. Looks like he's played in A2.
Parodi's, he has. He's played there for a bit. He was a national team guy around like 2012. Still doing it.
Still going at it.
Interesting. I wonder why Lawrence is going there if he's just going to play opposite.
Look at that. The great Paul Durden once played there. Love to see that.
Volley Lupi Santa Croce. Unfamiliar with this club.
So we'll have to keep an eye out on Lawrence throughout the season. I would like to see him move to potentially the left side.
Agreed. Him and Parodi would be a good duo. A lot that Parodi could teach him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Currently, this team only has 3 outside hitters signed and 5 middle blockers.
Wow.
So maybe one of the middle blockers isn't actually an opposite, and Lawrence is actually an outside.
Yeah, we'll see about that one. Serve missed out of bounds by Lawrence out of the timeout, so good timeout for Suriname.
Pretty sure you can watch the A2 games like straight up on YouTube.
I think you can. They might be on Volleyball World's YouTube channel. Ooh, not a good serve by Pinas, returning the favor. (12-9) for Figueroa.
Jose Maria Carrasco, why can't you watch the final live?
Yeah, he's been one of our biggest fans this week.
You've been with us the whole way. What's going on? Why can't you be there?
He's not going to miss much. It'll be a 3-dong USA over Canada. You already know. Sporkslade sends it out of bounds. That is not a good error.
This is the opposite of what happened in the last set here, Rob.
Yeah, now it's Suriname that's losing that attention to detail just a little bit.
Volleyball match. I don't know. I think you should skip your own volleyball match. Come watch ours.
Agreed. Ooh, I like that float serve from Figueroa. That is reaching over the net, called against Elias. Foeman, not the biggest setter, so I definitely believe that call.
Breinberg back to serve now, and looks like he's just going to go for the float.
Oh, Everett. Please, somebody make it stop.
Honestly, can someone please make it stop so I don't hear this man whine about missed float serves anymore? Like, please. Hey, Jose Maria Carrasco, watch your mouth.
He's right. You know he's right. I don't know why we're cleaning the floor now because we just saw a float service error. I have a feeling that no sweat has accumulated on the ground since that last point.
I mean, maybe they've been trying to get there over there since the last point. Who knows?
Please, both teams, I implore you to serve this ball in the court.
Por favor.
Okay. Thank you, Jamal Ellis.
Gracias.
Nice touch. Ooh, Lawrence just barely can't reach it on defense off the hands.
Just out of the reach there for Lawrence.
Asimia back to serve. He certainly has contributed to the service error tally for Suriname.
But can also contribute to the ace column as well. That one he just puts in.
Easy one there.
Oh,
a reverse throwdown from Sebastian Haik. Look at that. That was sweet.
Look like Suriname's coach is not too happy with that play. I don't know if it's with his players or with the referee. We're seeing their setter right now, Foaman, act like that was a bit of a back dunk, but I thought that was clean.
That was clean,
yeah. It looked good to me. Just because you got fooled, don't mean you need to hate on it. You hater.
I have a feeling that Foaman's going to dump this next ball whenever as soon as he can.
Yeah. Oh, no.
He sets that one.
Set, though.
Sporkslade is dug by Albaladejo.
Wait for Schmelz to be on that. Love that.
Sporkslade again is stuffed by Elias. Big break point there for Puerto Rico.
I almost want to see a set to Breinberg on the C ball there.
Sure. I'm still convinced that Foaman's going to dump a ball.
Oh, absolutely he is.
We saw him do one earlier. It was miraculously dug. Oh, that is into the tape, then the antenna. Out of bounds, point Suriname. So here's Leah Leong, a good middle blocker prospect, as we see the Cuban team starting to roll into the house.
Suarez, actually one of the best servers in this tournament, despite limited playing time. Oh, what
that
a
ball
dig.
is dug. Great play by Ellis. And off the block and out of bounds goes Clifton Lawrence. That was an awesome play by the Puerto Rican opposite.
Much different vibes from Puerto Rico in this set. Vibes are good right now for Puerto Rico.
Definitely. They lead by 5. It's 17-12 in the third. Why is Hoyos not playing? He is dressed at libero. We actually saw him there in the second set.
It's Libby time. Peanut butter Libby time. Nice pass there by Sporkslade.
And he accelerates and is stuffed straight down by Haik. That ball was inside for sure. He couldn't quite get around it.
I don't know why. I think they just need to go somewhere else. Sporkslade does not have much left in that tank. Like, that's a half jump at best from him right now, and you can tell he's not 100%.
Carlos Orta, the Surinamese coach, is just not really happy. He's giving it to Sporkslade right now. Like, dude, what are you doing? Do you have something to give me here or not?
I feel like there's more productive conversations to be had right
now. There are. I don't like that approach, really.
Me neither. Especially to a guy who's seemingly given so much to your program.
(18-12) Puerto Rico out of this timeout.
Yeah. Sporkslade does look tired and injured. And
yeah,
I commend him just for being a warrior and being out there.
Agreed.
You know?
Agreed. His team needs him.
Yep.
He's been a really good receiver and defender.
He's just been a really good player all around.
Yep. Oh, no. What is it, Everett?
That's a dribbler.
Big time.
That dribbled for sure.
Nothing Suriname can do.
No.
That is overwhelmingly lucky for Antonio Elias.
Yeah. Got to be good to be lucky, though, Rob. Got to be
good
to be lucky. You know.
Do you? I mean, I am not good, and I've gotten away with some of those serves in my career. That one more traditional. Asimia fights it off. Sporkslade through the block of Lawrence and out of bounds.
Looks to me right now like maybe you should only set him on the right side.
It's been pretty good over there.
Yeah. Especially usually when he's on the left side, you have, Breinberg with the C-ball, but still. I wonder if we're going to see Pinas go hit on the left side again here, Rob.
Yeah, we've seen Suriname scramble their attacker positions a lot. Not a great pass by Melendez, but Lawrence with a beautiful shot. Nice grab by Hike as well.
Yeah, good set by Hike. Pinas went up with the middle, and Lawrence was just up there and just picked the back corner to place it in. Just like a stork with a baby.
Not where I was expecting you to go with that one.
How you like that?
Wow, Breinberg. That ball is touched by the block down the line.
This is where Foeman needs to start finding other guys. Like Breinberg almost seems like a bit of a cage dog right now. Let him loose. Let him run. Let him be rabid.
Breinberg does lead Suriname in scoring with 12 points. 10 for 21 attacking with only 1 error is pretty good efficiency. Sporkslade back to serve. Lawrence high off the fingertips. Sporkslade, who's played really good defense, wasn't really in the right position that time to run that one down.
You can just tell by the way he walks right now that he's not 100%.
Yeah, he's not feeling all that good.
I don't understand why the coach keeps on chatting to him. I don't know if that's like talking to your best and most experienced player and giving him little notes there as a...
He's the last guy that needs feedback. Yeah. Let him go out there and figure it out. Nice set. Breinberg pounded off the block and out of bounds.
Just start feeding Breinberg. He's looking hungry, okay? He's a big dude. He needs to eat, man. Give it to him.
Sure. He is a big dude. And definitely first team all names. Zafanio is an awesome first name.
I'll keep on saying it too, Rob. Might name my kid Zafanio.
Oh, that ball is just out of bounds by Melendez down the line.
Okay. A little bit of fatigue coming in here for Puerto Rico as that ball goes long by Melendez.
Ooh, that's a really good float serve from Pinas, but Breinberg can't make him pay on the overpass. Melendez, good dig.
Okay, Figueroa just recycles that one.
Ellis was much too early jumping for that ball. Suriname's within 4.
It looked like to me like all of Puerto Rico was expecting Figueroa to slam that one down on the overpass, but instead he recycled it and set it up, and Ellis was not in a good position to pull off the net there.
Timeout Puerto Rico. Couple sloppy plays in a row. Still a comfortable lead on the scoreboard. Sure enough, Carlos Orta is still really talking to Kevin Sporkslade. You see what he was just signaling? He's saying hit thumb up shot and hit for the fingertips of the block.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Sporkslade is trying to do that, but there's other impediments at the moment here, Rob.
Somebody in the chat says they're rooting for Suriname just because they had the least amount of practice. That actually is incorrect. It's Puerto Rico by far who's had the least amount of practice. They did not practice a single time as a team before showing up to this event.
Nope, not once, Rob.
And Puerto Rico has a chance to go up 2-1 here in the last match of the tournament for both teams, regardless of result. Pretty good push. And Melendez taps it down the line off the block and down. So Figueroa now with a 5-point lead. Puerto Rico is 3 points away from taking a lead and being on the doorstep of 6th. Winner of this match takes 6th in the tournament. Nice rip by Asimia.
That was an awesome answer there from Asimia. It was aggressive, it was powerful, it was emphatic. And that's it, like if like realistically from now on, you need to go away from Sporkslade for a little bit. You need to run off of Breinberg and Asimia as a chest dig.
Oh, I like the kick attempt from Breinberg, but that one is not coming back.
No, it looked like he was trying to hit a field goal more so than just trying to keep that one alive. He really launched that one.
Yeah, he did. That ball was sent. Ellis with a chance to close things out here. Can't quite get it done this time.
Now, Simia's going to back to serve here, Rob, and he hasn't been serving great this game, but he's been their best server throughout this tournament. Can he make a difference here?
Conservative. At least it's inbounds. Lawrence out of the back row. I really like that choice. Set points coming up for Puerto Rico.
It's point number 20 there for Lawrence.
Wow, 20 already in 3 sets. Big scoring output. Axel Melendez, the 19-year-old, serving for the 3rd set. Fought off by Schmeltz. Good set to Breinberg out of the back row. He's slowed down. Melendez is there. Lawrence is going to have a swing for the win. Rolled over the top. Nice play. Nice play. Big traffic jam, though, on the Surinamese side. And Lawrence,
another
dig again. Oh, that ball not called the lift. Sporksley to win an amazing point, but he's stuffed by Elias. Huge credit to Anthony Schmeltz for the defense he played in that rally, but it wasn't enough. Puerto Rico wins the 3rd set, 25-19.
Oh, and it looks like Foreman might have gotten a little shaken up on that one.
Yeah, definitely a little collision scramble in the middle of the court there.
He's clenching his eye. It looks like maybe he got something into his right eye on that one, or maybe it's the back of his head, actually.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it.
It's an upper body injury, Rob.
Hockey.
Hockey.
The way that hockey has tracked injuries has always blown my mind.
Bro, because it's such a vicious sport, right? If you know a guy has like a bad wrist, you're just going to send one of your goons, and you're just going to be like, yo, hey, John Scott, let's go over there and slash that guy, right? Tit for tat. You want to get Crosby. If you know Crosby has like a bad shoulder or something, you know, for a while there when we had those concussion issues, they like hired guys just to protect him.
This is how you guys know how Canadian Everett is.
Bro. I don't even watch that much hockey anymore. I spend too much time watching volleyball.
Well, speaking of watching volleyball, we've got more coming up for you after this. So this 4th set coming up, we'll see if it's the last. After that will be the bronze medal match. So it's scheduled for 5 p.m. Eastern. I think that'll have to get pushed back a little bit to give Cuba and the Dominican Republic enough time to warm up. And then after that will be the gold medal match. Canada versus the United States, always a classic.
Yes, always a classic.
A lot on the line. Top 3 teams get a spot directly in the 2025 World Championship.
I think there's one on the line for that for Dominican versus Cuba.
Right, so yeah, that'll be the qualification. Both Canada and the United States have already achieved that, but they're looking to stand atop the podium for the first time, and for both countries, it's been a while. It's been a while, no matter the event. As far as the men's A teams go, it's been a while since either has stood atop a podium.
Who's that, Cuba?
The United States and Canada.
Yeah, what's the history of NORCECA? I know I looked it up a little bit.
The U.S. won the 2017 tournament in Colorado Springs. That was really the U.S. and Canada were the only 2 teams there, but for some reason the 2 of them had to play in the semifinals.
Well, yeah, that was the year that someone dropped out on the way there, and then they changed up the pools. And there was supposed to be 3 pools, and Dominican was in one of them. And there was 3 pool winners, and they put USA versus Canada in one pool and Dominican in the other pool against the winner of it was
questionable.
It was questionable,
but
for sure.
It looks like 2 years before that in Cordoba, Mexico, Canada beat Cuba 3-1 in the final.
Okay,
that was definitely before my time of NORCECA being on my radar. So
yeah, I remember that a little bit.
2 years before that in Langley, Canada, United States swept Canada in the final.
Oh wait, Renson, I don't like you.
Our boy Luke Reynolds, he was
Renson.
Get out of here.
His Instagram is Renson.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's Luke Reynolds, the head coach of the University of Charleston. He is assisting Cuba this week, but he was just saying that he's rooting for Suriname to come back and win this match.
I'm not going to say I am because I have to stay objective, but that would be nice, just in terms of storylines.
Would be a nice storyline to see these 2 do it in the 5th set. I think but this game, their 4th set will go however Puerto Rico plays.
Yes.
If Puerto Rico plays up to the level that they can, they will win this match in 4. It is largely because they fell asleep at the wheel and because Suriname played well in the 2nd set that it went the other way. But if Puerto Rico stays locked in here, they've got a great chance to end the tournament on a win.
Yeah, I'm just looking at reliving the 2013 NORCECA Championships. I remember that was like There was a good American team. I'm pretty sure, like Matt Anderson was the MVP of that one.
Micah Christensen. Is that 2013?
2013.
Wow, that was the very, very beginning of Micah Christensen's
Reed Pretty
career.
was the other outside, one of the outsides for Team USA in that one.
Shout out to Reed Pretty, one of the best Americans ever.
I remember one time during one of the World Series beach volleyball, he was still with the Net Live. We all went out for dinner. I got to sit beside him and just talk to him. He was the nicest and best dude ever. It was the best dinner of my life.
Probably got some great stories to tell.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Set 4 underway with a kill from Zephaniah Breinberg.
He had stories from him and Loy's days together playing for Zenit Kazan.
Oh, yeah.
And he had some, there's stories that I could not repeat.
Definitely not. I've had the pleasure also of hearing some direct Loy Ball stories.
I need to do that.
There's something.
With Loy's drink of choice, you need to get prepared.
There are several. Figueroa, the smart little off-speed shot there. The middle for Puerto Rico scores.
Now, if you're Clifton Lawrence, you want to end this game as fast as possible.
Yep, he wants to get this game done and get out of here.
Oh, a good serve there by
Look
Lawrence.
at Pinas, the middle blocker in the reception there.
Pinas in the middle for me is kind of a necessity because he is, so far, what we've seen from him on the left side in terms of his attacking and his passing has been phenomenal.
He's a Swiss Army knife.
He really is. Next time we see them, I wouldn't be surprised if he's on the left side.
Yeah, they've got to get another middle blocker that can block the ball. But I do like the way that they're using him, being creative with the way they're moving their offense around.
And now he's going to hit in the
What was that? Center line fault?
But there was a center line fault before there was a traffic jam in the middle as Pinas shakes his head and him and Nasimia almost.
That would not have gone well even if the play had continued.
Now Suriname needs to make sure that they just keep their heads about them and their wits about them in this one, and they don't trail off too much here. They want to get back into this already. Oh, Pinas, nice pass. Oh, nice set there by Foreman.
And
Breinberg
right through the block.
Just squeaks it through, bud.
That's the Canadian Everett that I've been waiting to hear. That's okay. That was rotation 1 for Suriname. They really do move their attackers around a lot, but now it is Sporkslade back to serve.
Bit of a wiggle there if they go after Lawrence.
Good high shot from Ellis, but Sporkslade is underneath it. Pretty good flick against the flow. That's Breinberg pulling the net down on the follow through. I mean, I like the set choice.
I don't know if there's a net on that.
A little too tight there.
That's a tough one there for Breinberg.
Yeah.
Tough to see. Now Figueroa back to serve here for Puerto Rico.
I like this float serve from Figueroa. That ball is somehow still alive.
Good job by Suriname.
Melendez, another great stab.
Ooh,
Anthony Schmeltz is everywhere. Ellis, field goal right through the arms of the blockers, off the defense, plus a net violation. Is that worth 3 points?
Imagine there's multi-point plays in volleyball.
3 points for a field goal.
Wasn't there like a tournament series in California there for a bit that if you got a clean kill, it was worth more points? It was
like if it hit the floor?
It was like 4s or 6s on the beach.
Interesting.
I love how this Argentina versus Brazil conversation continues to happen in the chat.
Yeah, what is with everyone talking about Argentina? I mean, I like Argentina. Don't get me wrong. We love that team.
And yes, I do think that Argentina is better than Brazil right now.
Yes, we have been on record this week saying that.
Oh, Breinberg.
Through the arms of Elias.
Oh, just put her in there. Go top cheese.
Pinas back to serve. 5-3 Puerto Rico. Not a great pass from Melendez. It's a little bit of a set-me ball. Breinberg is able to rescue it. Pinas by the Surinamese bench runs out of room.
I really wanted to see Pinas try to jump in the way of the ref and then one of the other Surinamese players on the bench put it over and just pretend
like they were on the court.
Absolutely.
That could have been fun.
Argentina would 3-dong the entire tourney.
Yeah. Maybe in South America, but not here. Nice scoop by Lawrence. Melendez. Good.
Oh, Lesperance. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, no, it was Schmeltz.
Yeah,
I apologize.
Good effort by Schmeltz there. He has really flashed some leather.
He saw TJ DeFalco play this week, and he was like, you know what? The back flipper, it's time. Oh, as Puerto Rico is going to be pushed into a timeout as Suriname calls one.
7-3. Kind of a chance for Puerto Rico to step on the throats a little bit.
Yeah, this is where Puerto Rico needs to. This has been a long week for them, as we've said, Rob. They've played every single day, every single match. Not every single match. They've played every single day.
And 6 matches in 6 days.
Yes. They really need to pull their bootstraps up here to finish, because you know the Suriname team is not going to go away without a fight.
Definitely not.
Right? You know they're not going to go down. We've seen them fight back multiple times, including against Cuba. Right, in their match against Cuba on Wednesday.
Who is a scary team and
yes.
difficult to come back against.
Oh, what a serve there by Ellis.
That ball isn't particularly hittable. Great chance for Puerto Rico. Ellis, deep cross court. Foamon digs it.
Oh, what a set there by Sporkslade.
Asimia is dug right on the net. Hike challenges the block, but Asimia is there. Nice defense there from Suriname.
Ozzy couldn't believe that play there by his setter. And right away, Hike comes down and slaps his hands and puts, yeah, that's my bad. That was a bad choice. That was I don't even know why I'm doing this right now.
Shout out to Jake Haynes. Good pass there. Melendez out of bounds again. Kind of struggling to get on top of the ball there, even against a much smaller block.
Puerto Rico just letting Suriname back into this one here. Suriname picked up the block. And now that error there.
Ooh, the roll shot. I like that choice right into the campfire. And a substitution. Melendez is going to get a little bit of a break as Diego Rosic, number 24 in red, comes in to serve and probably play the whole backcourt if I had to guess.
That would make sense.
(8-5). Rosic out of North Greenville University in the Conference Carolinas in the NCAA.
This whole team is just
a lot of NCAA kids.
Yeah. Love to see it.
Yeah. Tipped in the middle by Lee Leong. Big collision there on the Puerto Rican side. Hike and Albaladejo both get back up off the floor. Nice dig by Ellis. Lawrence off the block and out of bounds. And we got to take some time to make sure those two Puerto Ricans are okay. Albaladejo and Hike both diving for that ball in the middle, collided pretty hard.
Oh, we just missed it on our YouTube replay here, Rob. But that looked nasty.
That did look tough. It might have even been head on head.
I thought I saw Hike's head just snap back. That was very, very worrisome.
That was pretty scary. Suriname cleaning up the floor on their side. But my eyes definitely are on those two Puerto Rican players.
Yeah.
And Lawrence is pulling Hike over to the sideline right now.
Interesting.
Well, Albaladejo is talking to Antonetti. They're smiling to one another. Hike is going to stay in the game. Good pass there by Sporkslade. Asimia down the line, missed it out of bounds. No touch off the block.
Nada. None there whatsoever. Is that?
And now, yeah, Lawrence is getting his sidelines attention that Hike kind of needs to be looked at here. So is this going to be a timeout? Well, we've also got a double substitution on the Suriname side. The down official telling them to wait for a second. There's kind of a lot to sort out here.
Yeah. We did see this briefly last night when Stephen Marr had a bit of an injury timeout. and ran to the sidelines to get some bomb
Yeah,
applied
him
to
and
his.
Herrera both at the same time. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're taking care of the double sub. Lionel Mahabali is in its setter. Mason
It
Anakaba.
looks like he's bleeding out of his ear. That's
Wow.
not a good sign.
Okay, I did see Lawrence pointing to his ear.
Okay. And looks like Suriname is still trying to get their court wiped.
What is going on in this match right now?
Oh my goodness. This is a disaster. Oh, of course. Time for Cotton Eye Joe, of course.
Oh, yeah,
That's
of
a
course.
great call.
I'm not even sure if Kevin Rodriguez, the setter for Puerto Rico who we've seen most of the week, I'm really not even sure if he's available. I mean, we see him there. He's dressed. He's got the jacket on.
He has he's barely moved all game long.
Yeah, he left the Mexico match yesterday in about set 2 and then was elevating his knee with ice on it, which is obviously why Hike has started this game. But, okay, now I see Rodriguez taking off the jacket.
Because to me, like, bleeding from the ear is like head injury.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
concussion protocol.
For sure. Yeah, and that definitely looked like head-to-head contact.
I saw
with
his
Hike
head.
and
Yeah,
Valadejo.
his head snap back.
All right,
Like
so
that was a scary moment.
Hike
It really was.
Hike is walking a little bit further away from the court. He is going into the locker room area, and Kevin Rodriguez is going to come in and set for Puerto Rico.
Well, if there's ever a time for Suriname to pounce, it would be right now, Rob St.
Yes,
Clair.
it would. Still a 5-point lead for Puerto Rico, and definitely our best wishes with Sebastian Hike. That was a scary play, and I hope the best for him. Hope he gets some attention back there in the locker room. That ball is off the block of Elias and out of bounds as we return to action.
It's a great response there from Suriname.
What do you think, Everett? Lollipop serve from Asimia or out of bounds wide? Lollipop. Then one of two. Wow.
Okay.
Welcome to the game, Kevin Rodriguez. That is such a good delivery for number 6 in red. I mean, we've been praising him all week. Been one of our favorite players to watch.
Absolutely. Love to see him on the court one more time here. As Lawrence continues to, I say stat pad, but not in that way. He just continues
22 points.
Yeah. 22 for 35 with only one error, Rob.
Through the block, Anthony Leong powers it through. And Leong goes back to serve. Still got Mahabali and Anakaba in as kind of the double sub for Suriname right now. Ellis, deep cross court. He was a little in front of that ball and a little early, Everett, like we were seeing from him earlier in the week, and he missed it out of bounds.
It doesn't matter who's setting. When there's a new setter, Ellis is going to be early.
It's been early every time. Lawrence, smart shot there, rolled off the block of Sporks, played and out of bounds.
If I'm Kevin Rodriguez, at this point I might just give every ball to Lawrence.
Sure.
Just like let him go. Unless there's a good run in the middle potentially, let's just give every ball to Lawrence.
Look at that high ball set. And now a free ball chance here.
Valadejo nicely tracked that down. Love that.
Sure enough,
Lawrence
Everett.
again.
Lawrence,
oh my goodness.
that ball is right into the face of David Pinas, sharp cross court.
Yikes. That was gross. That was a filthy shot.
That was an insane angle. Now, Pinas was like nowhere to be found on the block. He was just standing there, but right at the net.
Pinas
right
took that like barely hit him. There was no recoil. He just took it to the face and kept on going.
Right in the face.
What a warrior.
Anakaba's first swing is a roll shot, which is dug. Ellis covered by Rodriguez. Now Lawrence, no, never mind. That ball's back to Ellis. I don't know if I like that bump set choice.
Valadejo.
And neither does Ozzy Antonetti. Got to make the easy play there.
Yeah, just put it up to your stud right there, you know? Just a nice little pop. Yeah, that's Oz. Oz doesn't even need to say anything. He's just like, let's be smart here. Come on. And we know that's the dream of all liberos, just to reverse the offense, get the one-on-one for the outside, then you fist pump. Like your Sergio. What a classic.
Make,
that Sergio one knee fist pump.
Oh, yeah. Make the easy play. You're not Sergio. Whoever you are listening to this, you're not Sergio. Oh, no. That is a bad attacking error from Figueroa.
Are not him.
Not that guy, pal.
You're not that guy, pal.
Not a good error there by Figueroa. Yeah, he's even getting – if you're getting attacking advice from your libero as a middle blocker –
especially a libero like Abaladejo.
Yeah, who's maybe 5'6". God, that service error is
I don't
bad.
I don't think Abaladejo has been anything but a libero.
Almost definitely.
It's like one time I coached a U12 girls team, and I had a Japanese girl on my team. She was like from Japan. Her dad was a diplomat. She had played 5 years of volleyball, had never really hit because she had always been a libero. Starting at 7 years old. Wow. It's like, oh, what a scoop by Rodriguez, but that's going to be well out of bounds.
Good shot by Breinberg there down the line.
She had some of the best ball control I've ever seen, and her serve was pretty much a lunge, but it was deadly. Wakana was her name. She was great. I liked her a lot. She didn't say much, but she was a great volleyball player.
Good story. 11 serving 14. Puerto Rico leads by 3. They've had to make a setter change. With Sebastian Hike heading to the locker room. Rosic is actually staying in at outside hitter in the front court for Puerto Rico, and he gets a kill off the block and out of bounds there.
Keep him in. Why not?
Sure, why not?
At this point of the tournament, you guys have played 6 matches in 6 days. You can do whatever you want.
Sure. Everett, if Puerto Rico is able to win this match, I would love to hear from Coach Ozzie Antonetti.
Me too.
What do you think about that?
Oh, absolutely. I 100% want to hear from Antonetti.
I want to ask him if he just wants to sub himself in every once in a while. I've just now seen Sebastian Hike has returned to the Puerto Rican bench.
That's good.
He's back from the locker room. That is good news. Good dig by Figueroa. One-handed pokey set from Kevin Rodriguez. And the celebrations are on for Puerto Rico. Okay, Kevin. A one-handed pokey set, and Lawrence took out the trash. That was awesome.
That was fantastic, fantastic from Lawrence. 24, or actually it's probably 25 points now for the Puerto Rican outside. He's been outstanding in this match.
Pinas slowed down. Lawrence is going to step in and set. Rosic off the block and down. Good question, Kyung. I had the same question for a moment. Who's setting? I don't think Lawrence and Figueroa even knew who was setting. A good choice to let Lawrence take it. Timeout Suriname at 17-11. This might be their last gasp for this tournament.
Yeah, this has to be. Suriname really needs a big push here and something miraculous. If Asimia was serving well, I'd say maybe him from the baseline. But either Breinberg or Asimia really need to get going. They've been pretty good. Breinberg has 17, Asimia with 13. Hands down, some of their best matches so far this tournament. Sporkslade with 7, Pinas with just 6. I thought he was a little bit more in it than that.
This is Suriname's second and final timeout of the set. They have put in the double sub. They have undone the double sub. They have 0 timeouts, 2 substitutions, and no challenges, obviously.
I really want Rodriguez to get just 1 point, because if he does, that means the entire Puerto Rican squad eligible to score, not in a libero jersey, has scored.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Right now, only Hoyos, Rodriguez, and Abaladejo have not scored points for Puerto Rico.
Rodriguez is coming up to the front court the next rotation. Breinberg a little early to that one. Lawrence makes the dig, but it's thrown down on the front of the net by Asimia.
That's a good point there from Suriname. Any Disney comeback needs to start from somewhere.
All about side out now for Puerto Rico the rest of the way. Look at that bump set from Rodriguez. And through the block, but a net touch by Suriname. Too many of those for their blockers this match.
That's just a straight up killer there for Suriname.
And sure enough, Hike is back.
Wow.
So Rodriguez back to the bench. Sebastian Hike returns to the match. That is good to see, and he gives a thumbs up to the ref.
Ozzie just killing my dreams here. I just wanted to see it one time.
Everett wanted to see Rodriguez score. Rodriguez did his job, probably had no intention of playing today.
The bench is making fun. So Rodriguez is definitely moving very gingerly. We saw him icing his knees yesterday. I saw him walking around after every match this week, icing his knees. And you can tell that he was moving Not at 100%. Maybe at 50%.
Rodriguez is 29, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's an old man out here.
Just his play style, the way he has to be so explosive.
Yeah.
That is not easy on the knees for a 29-year-old. I can relate. I'm 29. My knees are awful.
So the bench is right now just making so much fun of him for the way he was moving.
What is the delay about here?
Oh, probably wiping. Oh,
ace, almost an ace serve.
Oh, no.
Nothing more to say about that one, Everett.
Ugly all around for Suriname on that one. And it's really too bad, Rob, because we haven't seen this type of sloppy play from them truly all week. So really was hoping for them to finish strong here. Well, what a pass by Asimia, though. Let's see if he can be aggressive as he gets it back. He just rolls it over.
Thought he might go to Lawrence on the pipe, but a good swing by Rosic off the block and out of bounds. It is an 8-point Puerto Rican lead. Jamal Ellis to really put this game out of reach. Forces the overpass and destroyed in the middle by Elias.
Elias is going to finish this tournament the way he started, aggressively.
21-12. Unfortunately, Everett, I mean, I think we have to reserve our interview for the team that wins this match. So
I do think so.
Unless Suriname's able to make a miraculous comeback as Sporkslade goes to the bench, maybe for the last time this week. Vinegard is in. I do want to hear from Puerto Rico if they're able to finish this out. Oh, my goodness.
Ellis has some vendetta against the head referee.
Oh, no.
He just pegged him.
And he's going to get subbed out, as maybe he deserves. Also, we get Kreudenhoff, number 14, Quincy Kreudenhoff, 22 years of age, 2 meters and 2, in the middle for Suriname.
He's a big boy.
He is a big boy. And Lorenzo Rivera is going to come in at opposite for Puerto Rico. So both teams kind of emptying their benches. Suriname, by the way, is now out of substitutions. That's 6. And they have officially gotten every single one of their players.
Good. Love that.
Some action in this match. I think they've got 13. Oh, only 12, actually.
Oh,
nice rip there by
Rosic.
Rosic. Nice rip there by number 24 in red. And Puerto Rico also has gotten every single one of their players some action in this match.
There's been a serious lack of Taylor Swift this week for me. in this,
why do you got to be so mean?
Yeah.
Not a great pass from Vinegard, but he does get a swing out of the back row, and it looked pretty good even despite being just wide.
It looked pretty good until it was wide, Rob. And Puerto Rico was pulling within 2 points here to finish it off. But I think Suriname can be proud. They won a set.
Absolutely.
And that's, I know that seems condescending, but it's truly not. That's truly a big accomplishment for this team.
I completely agree. Through the block goes Breinberg. Lawrence doesn't like it.
No, and you know what? Breinberg, I feel like, is going to keep swinging until that fat lady sings.
She's getting her voice ready.
Yeah, she's definitely warming up in the back halls. I can hear her. She might even be at the rehydration part after the warm-up. You know? You warm up, you sit on the bench a little, you have a sip of water. Same thing for singers. Oh, that was a decent serve.
I like that cut serve.
Oh,
look at that run.
Yum, yum, yum.
Sweet. I love that back one run. Credit to Abaladejo for the pass. Elias puts it down. Match point Puerto Rico. They are on the doorstep of finishing this tournament in 6th.
People are starting to filter in now for the bronze medal match. As it should have started in about 20 minutes.
Antonio Elias, nice pass. Foaman sends it over easily. Hike to Rivera for the win. Down the line, touched and out of bounds. Puerto Rico finishes the tournament in style. They have defeated Suriname 25-11, 21-25, 25-19, 25-14. 3-1. Puerto Rico takes 6th at the 2023 Men's NORCECA Championship.
Yeah, congratulations to Puerto Rico for a great finish to this tournament. It was a long slog for them, and now you're right. I want to talk to their their coach, Ozzie Antonetti. Ozzie Antonetti. That
sounds really Italian.
Sounds really Italian. Yeah, I definitely want to talk to Coach Antonetti now and just chat with him about what this week was like. Rob, do you want to go? Grab him?
I would love to. Actually, sorry, Evan. I would like to ask you to do that if that's okay. I will hold it down here on the stream in the meantime.
Rob's not in appropriate attire to go fetch a head coach here.
Sure, I am. Round of applause for both teams. Both teams getting some recognition from the crowd. Suriname and Puerto Rico complete their participation in the 2023 Men's NORCECA Championship. Puerto Rico finishes 6th, Suriname finishes 7th, but Suriname accomplishes their goal of getting a set victory. Puerto Rico celebrates. Lorenzo Rivera is on Ellis's shoulders. Congratulations to Puerto Rico. Always good to finish a tournament with a win. So Everett is down there right now. He's going to go grab, hopefully, head coach Ozzie Antonetti of Puerto Rico. I'm really curious to hear about this week from his perspective, having a thin roster, only 12 bodies for Puerto Rico, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, confirmed, only 12 guys on the roster. Every single one of the 12 has seen court time this week for Puerto Rico. That team is so young. That team was thrown together at the last second. They had 0 practice time coming into this tournament, and they are able to head out of Charleston back home with a victory. One more time, though, we do want to congratulate Suriname. They have been our darlings this week. We've really enjoyed getting to watch them play, getting to know them, getting to know their country and their team's story, and just the miraculous road that has taken them to this tournament. Congratulations to them again on their success in the Caribbean Cup the last 2 tournaments. And congratulations to them on getting on the board in the set column despite finishing 7th out of 7 teams at the NORCECA Championship. I really, really hope this was a great experience for the entire Surinamese team, coaching staff, and fan base. We appreciate you guys watching. First, we will interview Ozzie Antonetti of Puerto Rico. I don't think we will get an interview from Suriname this time, unfortunately. So we are just hearing live in the house about the schedule of the next match as we get Ozzie Antonetti in here.
Turn mine back on here.
Yeah.
Here, Coach, you can kind of flip your right ear around.
Yeah.
We're just figuring out the technical side here of doing these interviews. All right.
All right, Ozzie, I'm Rob St. Clair.
Ozzie, nice to meet you.
Thank you very much for joining us.
No problem.
Congratulations on finishing your tournament with a win. 6 matches in 6 days.
Yeah.
Especially for a team that, according to, we talked to Omar Hoyos earlier in the week, had 0 practices together as a group coming into this tournament. What did you learn about this group of 12 young guys this week?
Well, you know, it was more about keeping the program fresh. You know, we have of course, we have other players that some of them are playing in Europe, and some of them are playing in the league that we have in the island. So we decided to bring a younger group here. Some of them come from college, you know. So like just like they said, you know, we didn't train together. We did in the summer, but not for the last couple of weeks. So that took a toll on us. But yeah, you know, it was a lot of reps, you know, positive for the group to learn, but it was tough for the, you know, for the pride, you know, because we lost a bunch of matches and teams that we have played better before we lost, and so it was very difficult to go for the next day to go to practice, you know, and train and keep the emotions in the right place in order for us to compete.
So with a young group like that, what is your approach to that emotion, to that mentality for them, trying to keep their spirits high and maybe look at more than just the wins and losses of this week in the bigger picture?
Yeah, the constant growth. We had that philosophy the whole week, to grow a little more, to learn from the other players from the U.S., Canada, Cuba, and hopefully it was worth it, and they'll go back to their clubs or universities, and they will improve, and it will help Puerto Rico volleyball to grow.
Ozzy, we were talking on the way up here about Christian Lawrence, who led you guys in scoring, but the entire tournament in scoring as well. Yeah. Last time we saw him at the World Championships, he was on the right side. This tournament, he moves to the left side. Is that kind of like a permanent change that you're going to be looking to do within the national team?
Yeah,
have him on the left side.
Yeah, we've been pushing with him, obviously for the health of the program, to have him so that we can have Ellis on the right side. Mm-hmm. He's a physical guy too, and we have another guy, Torres, who's a good player, young, that will also help fill out that spot.
Not Maurice Torres, okay.
Yeah, no Maurice. It's Gregory Torres. He plays college at North Greenville University.
Okay. Same as Diego Rosic?
Yeah, exactly. And he's a physical guy too, a good competitor. So we have those guys, and so we wanted to give Lawrence a chance on the left side. We have actually also spoke with the clubs in Italy. He's going to play opposite this year in Italy, but we're hoping for him to play left side in the future, and we think that's his path for the elite. We'll see. It's a year. It's a true progression.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what we've been talking about on the stream, is that he has truly world-class potential if playing on the left side with his size and his touch. If he's looking to play on the right side, he may end up playing in somewhat of a lesser league, let's say.
Yeah, that's our thought on it. And he just played in Milan last year.
Yep, right.
He was kind of in between outside and the opposite. He didn't get to play that much at that level. So now we're excited. We're hopefully he can actually grow a little bit on that side. Be a little more mature. He has grown as a person a lot in the last year, living in Italy on his own. So we'll see.
Yeah, the potential there is obvious. Teach us a bit about Puerto Rican volleyball as a whole and where the federation is at right now, because we did learn from Omar the other day, and just like you said, a lot of your top guys that might go to a world championship, for example, are either playing in the Puerto Rican Club League or headed over to Europe. And then correct me if I'm wrong, but there's another tournament in Edmonton in a couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
So how is your federation and you as the head coach, how are you guys approaching all of this?
Yeah, it's tough because the league started in the island, and they're trying to keep in order for the game to grow, they're pushing the league into a better show. So they didn't let all the players to come to this tournament, and it's going to happen again in Canada. Yeah. And we know that a bunch of teams are bringing younger teams to Canada, just like we did to this tournament. So hopefully that will be a bit better for us to compete. And it's a matter of what happens with those players when the tournament in Canada is over. It's a matter of how much they're going to improve. And you see the level. It's tough to compete here. So
yes,
we got to keep pushing.
One thing that we've really enjoyed watching your team is watching you on the sidelines.
Yeah.
I love watching coaches that are so clearly still players in their own heads. It looks like you want to just sub yourself in there and make some plays.
I don't know how proud I am of that, but it's especially on defense. I just feel like we allow too many errors that we shouldn't, especially on defense.
Balls that should be done.
Yeah. So that really gets me, it cuts a lot of the positive emotion from the game for me. But I'm learning, it's like you said, you're a player once in your life, but then you learn how to make that transition, and now it's just a matter of, staying positive as much as possible, be prepared for the match, and that's all you can do.
Overall, you guys have, as you talked about, such a young core. How, as you move forward, how do you kind of balance that between having that young core and bringing some veterans in? Where are you guys at in the building of the rebuilding of this program? Back to, because when we were growing up, Puerto Rico was a fantastic team and a world-class team. So where are you guys at in the rebuilding of that to regain that legacy?
Actually, we when we bring the veterans to play with us, it doesn't change that much. We have for example, we'll have another middle. For example, we have two other outsides. But of course, we want Clifton to have the reps, and we want to have him in the court as much as possible. But we do have two other outsides that are older than him and are pretty good. And then we have another setter who plays in France. Artur Iglesias is playing Pro A in France. So we pretty much we bring those guys, and that's pretty much it. You know, the rest of the players are the ones that we have, and we're gonna suffer. But there's a bigger picture.
But
Hopefully,
they're gonna learn a lot.
Yeah,
Even throughout this week, they've been learning a lot.
Of course. You know, it's we're gonna go through the process. It's gonna be rocky. You know, it's not gonna be a straight line up, but. Hopefully, in a couple of years, the team will be better, and we'll be able to compete a bit better against, you know, Cuba and the U.S. and all that.
Last but not least, how's Sebastian doing? It looked like him and Fernand collided their heads there, making a defensive play.
Yeah, he somehow he got a cut in his ear. I'm not sure what happened.
Wow.
But yeah, I really like Sebastian. He has a good touch, and you know, hopefully he improved this year in college, and you know, we have a bunch of younger players like him. You know, so it's a matter of having an opportunity to come and travel with the team and see how that goes.
Well, Ozzy, congratulations on finishing out the week with a win. It's been great to watch your team all week. I'm sure that's gonna make for a better trip home.
Yes. Of course. Thank you very much.
Good luck the rest of the summer. We're excited to see you in Puerto Rico these next couple of years.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Ozzy.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Ben.
Alrighty, Rob. That wraps it up for the third last match of this tournament with Puerto Rico grabbing 6th over Suriname. And Suriname, they hit their goal. They won a set.
Yep.
And they look good doing it. So if I was Suriname, I would be very happy with their time here so far at the NORCECA Championships.
Yeah, I hope both of those teams can go home with their heads held high. A good showing for both of them. There was good volleyball played. We appreciate both of them being here. And we appreciate all you watching and all the fan support from both Puerto Rico and Suriname. There's been a lot of it. We've gotten some great feedback, so we appreciate that a lot. Just warming up now in front of us are the teams for the bronze medal match. Cuba versus the Dominican Republic. That match will start at 5:20. 5:20 local time will be first serve of that bronze medal match. So we'll adjust the schedule here on YouTube. 5:20 local time, Cuba versus the Dominican Republic for bronze. We will see you then. I'm Rob St. Clair. That's Everett DeLorme. See you for the second to last match.
Peace.